They're feisty, fun, and forever proud to call Cleveland home. You're watching Cribs in the CLE. Josh and Maria live.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Cribs in the CLE. I'm Josh Cribs.
And I'm Maria Cribs. Look, like, what's this, the Cabbage Patch?
That is the Cabbage Patch.
How you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Did you get the trash out this morning?
I did. I really don't know if the recyclables made it, because you know they come early and then they come late for a period of time.
And they need to stop doing that.
Yeah, because I'm confused.
Usually they come around 11 or 12.
So I can put it out when we leave.
When we get done. But then
sometimes I have to wake up at 7.
We got kids at home. Maybe the kids need to contribute some things.
Yes, that's how I grew up, but someone doesn't make our children take out the trash.
But in our development, we can't put the trash out the night before.
We can. It's
no,
just
we're not.
raccoons.
You're not allowed. No, you're not allowed to.
Oh,
in our association. So my thing is, when the trash man decides to come 5 hours early, that messes you up for the week. Because now you're gonna have extra recyclables. You're gonna have nowhere to put the ones we collect during the week.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. But look, you were telling me about a father who tried to get a selfie with an elephant, and you got a video you want to show me?
Man, it was a problem. In a zoo, he went out there with his 2-year-old, and he was arrested. And look at this, man. It's crazy. The elephant starts coming charging for him because the elephant like, bro, what are you doing?
What?
And then he drops his 2-year-old kid. He drops his son.
Wow.
I'm not sure is it a daughter or a son. But he drops the child and then has to run back for him. The elephant is like, yeah, get out of here.
And that's that San Diego Zoo. I think we talked about them a couple of times in this short period that we've been on TV. So it's going down in San Diego.
Look, and the elephant could have kept going for them, but the elephant like, man, go on, get out of here. Go on.
So is it just, because you know I love elephants.
Yeah.
Do you think he's just trying to do it for the gram, or he assumes that an elephant...
He was taking a picture.
I understand that, but he assumes that the elephant... Because I didn't think elephants were... I always see them and they look like they pretty cool. I didn't think they would go on the attack like that. Not to say that he should be doing that at all, but maybe he just thought, oh, it's an elephant.
But the elephant really didn't go on the attack. They're enclosed for a reason.
Right.
The
they are wild animals.
And they are fast.
Yeah.
So he could have kept running through that divider thing.
That's crazy.
But he stopped. The elephant stopped. He was just like, get out of here. And that's kind of what you saw. It's like, you have no business in here. It's enclosed for a reason. What are you doing?
He's facing now $100,000. He's on a $100,000 bond and facing
and child endangerment,
child cruelty charge.
Yeah, like you put your child in danger.
Some people are.
The 2-year-old, like, man.
Then you drop the kid. You so worried about getting yourself out of there, you drop your child.
Come on.
And then didn't you say it's supposed to be like electrical fence or something? You can't go.
No, they not electrical fence.
Oh, okay.
It ain't Jurassic Park.
But I mean, but I'm just saying it should be. I mean, for somebody to do it, because say a kid's wandering around the zoo without their parent, and they try to go up in the
fence. There's a
barrier.
Yeah, it's a barrier, but the elephants know to stay within their bounds. They don't really want to leave, so they're all told to taught to stay within those confinements.
Right, they're conditioned to probably.
But they
probably thought that man had some peanuts, something. Don't be coming in my cage. What's wrong with you?
Who would do that? I only saw that on cartoons.
I'm telling you, we need to have a segment called Crazy People and What They Do, because that's crazy. He need to go to jail, sir. You're going to have to go to jail. Get a baby to your grandma for a little while. But look, I want to show you this video, okay? It's a video right here. Guess who's in this lineup. Look at this. They getting it, ain't they? Look who that is, Josh. Look at that, baby. That's Shaq right there. Big Shaq, dog. Look at him getting it. Did you know Shaq can skate?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know either. His son is in the lineup, too. I'm like, they get at me want to bring he got his custom skates. I feel like Shaq might know a thing or two about roller skating, baby.
Yeah, I mean, he could get on there, but they wasn't doing too much drastic moves.
They weren't. But maybe he's, he might be learning some things. He might be getting some training or something.
I'm gonna have to show him
he's in a fraternity. What is he, a Q-Dog, right? So he got the purple and gold. With the Superman, he's known as Superman. I just thought that was hilarious. Like, Shaq's big old butt on some skates.
Back in the day.
If he fall, woo!
I used to do the little skating.
Gosh, I took you skating over there out east, and you cannot skate. Don't even start that. You was like, I got my skates on right now. Ooh,
I'm about to say, y'all, like...
That's why I'm taller than Josh right now.
Go ahead, skate around.
No, I'm going to roll out of this segment. No, I'm good. I'm good. Tell me about toys.
Look, they put it on.
Oh, you just see my skates. Hold on, can you see them? Look, ooh!
Yeah, can't move around.
Okay, Steve moving the camera right now. I had to put him on today in honor of Shaq doing his thing. Go ahead.
So moving on, Toys R Us is supposed to be coming back. They were bought by a new owner, so they're supposed to be coming back out. And I You know, I look at this like I'm looking at the Blockbuster sort of fiasco. You know, them not updating their technology and not keeping up with the times. I had a whole class on this when I attended Kent State University, a business class. You know, about forward thinking and being able to understand, especially in BW as well, my master's. You know, you have to be able to keep up with times, and CEOs are responsible for, if the times are changing, what is the new business model that Toys R Us is going to implement?
I hope lower prices, because Toys R Us is high as heck.
Very expensive.
You go to Walmart, get the same thing for probably like 10% cheaper. And they have a better selection than say a Walmart, or a Target. But you got to keep up with the times. If you can go to Amazon and get something, you know, shipped to your door and it's less expensive, you got to keep up with that. But then you said Blockbuster. Blockbuster left and didn't come back. All these businesses, I don't know if it's like a bankruptcy thing or something. They go on, they had liquidation sales, and they come back. You think they leave, and then they pop back up.
Well, I would hope Toys R Us will try to reinvent themselves. If I'm buying a company, I'm going to figure out what went wrong. How can I usher this new company into this generation, and what's going on, what's hot, what's trendy, and then what's next?
Yeah, you better get online and ship to the house the next day, or we have a drone come grab my toys off. Look,
shaped like a dinosaur.
Right. Coming up next, who knew that sewing, could bring together a community?
Meet the Greater Akron man whose organization made and donated 1,000 masks, all while training to enter the workforce. When we return.
You're watching Cribs in the CLE.
Our next guest is an advocate for change. His organization believes in giving refugee women a chance in the workforce.
Yes, we welcome to the show Mahananda Lutel. What's up, Mahananda?
How you doing?
Hello, I'm good.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yes, now look, tell us about your organization.
My organization is an organization formed by the resettled Bhutanese American in Greater Akron. It advocates for social change, such as inclusion of women and senior citizens into the workforce. It emphasizes the importance of education and social changes. It advocates for the coexistence and inclusion of Bhutanese American in Akron civic life.
What made you want to, to dive into something like this?
The sole goal of this organization is to uplift the overall upliftment of the community, especially women and children and the senior citizens. Because in every family, in a community, and even in a nation, women plays very crucial roles for the growth and development. That is why we wanted to educate and help the whole community through our several programs.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. Women do uplift the community, and when the women in their community are strong, I think the majority of the community follows suit because it transfers right down to the children and to the household.
I'm not going to argue with either one of y'all. I agree. Now tell us about your women's empowerment and your GED programs for women.
So far, we have given sewing skills to 90 women, and not only we have given them the skills to sewing, it is also a kind of a mental remedy because they are engaged along with their lifelong skills of sewing.
You guys are providing jobs, which in turn, I believe is like a job corps. Giving women skills, the education, and everything, all the tools necessary to be successful. And your organization believes that by doing this, in turn, it will profit the community.
Absolutely. Right? Now, Mahananda, is it just for refugee women and Hindu women?
The program is open to all. Although the organization is a Hindu organization, but our services, like whether it is education, whether it is job, whether it is learning skills, it is open for all communities and people of all faith and all colors.
That's awesome. Now, where can our viewers find you at if they want to sign up or they want more information?
We have a website, and currently our people are looking for more job sewing skills. So any companies or any places who are looking for a trained people, we have that trained people.
I love what you're doing. I love it. I'm so glad that you have those resources available. Now, Mahananda, I got to tell you about our show. Now, Josh and I, sometimes we discuss topics, with the ways that men think and the ways that women think. So let me just ask a fun question for you. Would you be okay would you be okay with, say, your wife making all the money? Because I know we're talking about, job training.
Yes.
And you staying at home with the kids and things like that?
We are not very strict to who should be at home, depending on who has what skills.
Thank you.
Now my wife is a supervisor working at the sewing project right now. So there are already women. So I'm at home. Now you can see.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, but Mahana he doing a bunch of businesses. He still got his own thing going, the organization.
Yes.
He's there and being used to the community.
Yeah.
That's what is important. Great answer, Mahana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate all your work in the community.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for you two for giving this golden opportunity to share our programs and some of the activities.
Awesome.
Thank you, and you're welcome also.
Yep, anytime. Have a good day. Okay, so Mahana, that's my kind of dude, because he said, I can stay at home. My wife could bring in all the money.
He said that?
That's what I received.
He did not say that. I think one of the most important questions you asked was that, are more people of different ethnic backgrounds and gender, can take advantage of that,
And
not
he said it's
genders,
open
but
to
ethnic.
all.
Yes, it was open to all the programs, so I commend him and his job. That's a good job, well done.
Doing a good job. Now
I
look,
like that.
we're supposed to have Coach Dennis Gates from Cleveland State on the show, but we
Yes.
might be experiencing some technical difficulties. So when we come back, if he's not ready, we're going to do some hot takes. So don't you go anywhere.
You're watching Cribs in the CLE.
Hot take number 1. Your mom asks you if you like her dress right before she leaves for an event, and you hate it. Do you tell her? Now, Josh, this is your hot take. I ain't getting involved in this.
Why you won't get involved? You're the reason why I made this hot take. Miss, tell the truth and be brash. I think the truth is more than being compassionate. I think you can tell the truth and have compassion at the same time. For truth without compassion is stone cold.
So you trying to say I don't have any compassion, Josh? I'm sick of all this shade you've been throwing my way on the show.
Sometimes.
Now, you know, if I was not your wife and it was just some other coworker right here, co-host, you wouldn't be this shady.
No, I'm
now,
just
what do you mean, brash?
I'm being the truth.
I'm directing love.
So if your mom come out there and you like, oh, you'll be like this. This is you. Oh, girl, not that one. I know you late, but go ahead, change. I'll be like, man, she don't look that bad.
But Josh, I would want somebody to be like that with me. You know how I am. I like people to keep it real. Don't tell me I look good in something I'm looking a hot mess.
But you can't be a hypocrite. You can't be like, oh, you just jealous. If I said, no, I don't like that outfit. And you be like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with this. Look at this. I'm like, no, you can't fit in it.
Who you living with that does that?
Okay.
Who are you living with that does that?
No one.
I'm just, you know how sometimes you can be in the same household and
I'm blinking for help,
you're blinking and have a different experience. I don't do that. Okay. I don't even ask y'all if something look good on me because I know it. Because the Lord see it. No. I know. Hey, I wouldn't put nothing on it I wouldn't think look good. But if my mom was walking out of the house and looking crazy, like say she had like, you know, I don't know.
I mean, you just weren't feeling it.
It's my mom. I want you to look the best that you could possibly look. Why would I not say anything to you?
Because sometimes you're like, oh, she's just going around church folk. She all right. Or she just doing this. She okay for that. Maybe it's not your taste, but it's hers.
Okay.
So
I
be
would still say something.
compassionate.
I would say it in love. I always say everything in love. Let's get to hot take number 2. Now, you know that's the truth. Look.
She doesn't.
Now, you want to write a tell-all book about your life.
Okay.
But you feel like it'll offend some people who you love, but it will free you at the same time. Do you go ahead with it? Now, I got this. I was watching another show, and the lady had called in saying something, and she said she wrote a book, and it destroyed her relationship with her child's father.
Okay.
Because he felt some kind of way about the things that she said. I was thinking, you know, you could write a book and not necessarily put people's name, the same names. You could change the name.
Right.
But I feel like if you're writing a book and then you actually involve those people and put their names on there, are you trying to make them look bad? Because you could change it, right?
Anybody, depending on who you are, anybody who knows you, gonna know who those characters are, no matter if you change those names. Now, if other people are not privy to what happened, then that's a more of a possibility. But if your business is all around town and people know that this person wrote a book, it don't take a genius. If somebody read the book, you know you Charles, right? I know it don't say your name,
Charles. I said
but
your name
you're
was
Charles,
His name was Eric in this book, in this story.
And Maria, you're Bethany in this equation because you're bossy and you're cold, and this is what you did. You know what I'm getting?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it depends on where you're at. Now, if you're an alias, it depends. You know, and I want to bring it back to Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
So Zach Screech, God rest his soul.
Right.
He wrote a tell-all, but it wasn't him. He was a ghostwriter. And apparently everyone knew that he was feeding the information. So on the reboot, he wasn't invited because of the tell-all. That he told everybody business of what happened on set. And they didn't like him for that. So you gotta be prepared for the repercussions.
But sometimes writing your story can be freeing, and it is your experience. So you
why do you gotta tell everybody your business? To be free.
It might be free. It might help you get some things off your chest. Oh, I wish we could talk more. Okay, hot take number 3. Come on, let's go get it.
Hot take number 3. You cut your friend off, but your kids still keep in touch with them. Oh,
yeah. I got this from I was watching the show yesterday, and I was like, this is juicy. I gotta write this down. Okay, so say you fall out with your friend, and say they've been in your life for a long time.
Okay.
And your kids have grown accustomed. That might be auntie, or you gonna call them uncle or cousin or something like that.
Okay.
And now that you've fallen out with this friend, you don't want your kids to contact them any longer.
Don't want your children to contact. That's tough because sometimes. So me and my friends, they're like uncles to my children. I'm uncles to their children. We don't fall in and out. So I guess, again, you know, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you invite them, friendship, and you invite them in your home, around your family for years, you gotta have to. I mean, why did this relationship end?
I guess it depends on the reason why.
It definitely depends on that, and is it salvageable?
Yeah.
And how old are your children? Yeah. Are they teenagers?
The children, in this case, they were grown, and they were still just reaching out, checking on the lady, and the lady would call them, wish them happy birthday and things like that. And I always thought this, and not when it comes to children, but I don't have a sister, and I always wanted a sister, but I'm the kind of person, if you beefing with my family, I'm included. I'm what? Collateral damage. I'm gonna have to go along with I'm gonna have to side with my family, even if I think you're right in what you're saying. I just have to side with my family because that's my blood. And I do
it depends,
think that,
though, right? It depends on what it is.
Not necessarily.
A falling out don't have
because it would make me feel some kind of way that my child was still contacting this person.
Oh, definitely.
And we're not friends anymore.
But a falling out,
you could be telling them my business, or you know, how's your mom doing? Don't tell her how I'm doing. I don't roll with her no more. You know?
And then you can just tell them, hey, I understand y'all still reach out to such and such.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't tell them what go down in this house.
Yeah. I would think that person would still understand because they are my children. No, I don't want them talking to you anymore. I think the person would understand that.
And again, I think it depends on how it all went down.
How take us off the air. Look at that.
How it all shook out.
Look, we got more Cribs in the CLE when we return. Don't you guys go anywhere. I heard the music.
You're watching Cribs in the CLE. You're watching Cribs in the CLE.
What's up, guys?
You ain't tell me it was time to come back, Josh. What are you doing? Wait a minute. You can't start the show without me, baby.
I was trying to see what it felt like without, a show by myself.
Look, you know what? The weather's supposed to be good. I think I'm going to take my rollerblades outside, my roller skates outside.
Maria's having fun. A little too much fun if you ask me.
Well, let me have a bad day.
She's skating all around here. I'm like, maybe I should have brought my skates with me.
No, because he got you like this.
I can skate.
We took you one time and your back hurt for like 2 weeks, remember?
Yeah, but that was years ago.
But it ain't doing nothing but getting worse now. So look, I was thinking, the weather's warming up. Our son Izzy needs to start, just keeping up with his sports and things like that. So I was thinking about making him something like this. Check this video out.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he ain't got no...
What is that? Our director seen yesterday. He said this was trending. I didn't know it was trending yesterday. They were calling him LeBron James.
LeBron James.
I just seen this on Instagram, and I was like, oh, we got to have this on the show. What is that?
But he is getting it. He did make himself his own mechanism.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to improvise. You got to do what you got to do. Now, I'm thinking about making something like that. I got the calculations down right here. If I get 45 yards of string.
Stop it, Maria. Stop.
Look, you guys, what?
Skate out
yes, I'm going to skate out here. We love y'all so much for watching. Enjoy the weather. It's going to be nice outside. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Cribs in the CLE. Bye.
Where you going? Take me with you, man. All right, guys.
You're watching Cribs in the CLE.